right, that's done. Awesome. It's done. Cool. All right.
Q. JQ capital L P Q. JL capital L.
Oh yeah, there's like capitals matter.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes like you can't tell if it's a lowercase L, capital I,
Yeah.
or is the worst thing ever. I don't know why in the hell.
JQ capital L P Q.
Yeah, your best bet is probably just to copy it.
Yeah, see my joint, it like because they got so much in the message, it copies the whole message instead of just.
But then do it as if you're doing a reply.
And then got you.
Yeah, that's what I have to do because that thing is
You got Samsung too.
Oh yeah.
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 Good job. Good job. You know my pain.
I mean, hey, you know what? I like my note. You know what
yeah, I love this joint.
And too bad the damn 7 blows up on you. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
It's not a problem. I don't think I want that problem. I ain't about that life.
My problem is I have the 5, which looks similar to the 7.
Yeah.
So I don't want no problems on the plane.
Right.
To be like, oh no, really, it's okay, so we're on air. Great.
Yo, this is Kid. I'm right together with Kid and Flame. You listen to WPRK. We're the Broad, Florida. Yo, 91.5, that's the best in basement radio. Yo.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks. Hey, have a safe trip to Tennessee.
Appreciate that.
All right, you got your show and everything on the stick? You got your show?
Thank you.
No problem.
This is a guided meditation on parenting. Take a deep breath in and let go of the time.
Thank you.
and
Hey, no
son
problem.
play
Merry
basketball
Christmas. You too. Have a great day. See you.
Or when you hit that pinata
Bye.
into your neighbor's yard. Let it go.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It's back to reality. Tune in at 11 p.m. Saturday nights on WPRK or WPRK DJ.
Hey, sometimes.
Hey, you got MacGyver it. All right. Okay, cool.
Support for WPRK comes from House of Blues at Disney Springs, presenting The Roots on December 29th. Tickets and more information about The Roots at
thank
House
you.
of Blues.
Happy holidays. See you again.
houseblues.com/Orlando or 407-934-BLUE.
All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, that's done. Keep that going. We're recording. Good. Okay, take that off.
What are you doing? I'm writing a letter to Ben. Dear Ben, you are in his. Wait. Dear Saint, you are. In fact, if I heard the mall is hiring extra security to protect you. That's a big move, Santa. I'm coming for that ass again until you pay what you owe. The third door.
All right. I'm supposed to log into this thing here.
Peace. It's a little awkward angle. Sorry, folks. We're gonna work this thing out though. Let's make sure the vibrate joint off. Get a text message. The whole joint collapse.
We're living in fragile times.
Right.
All right.
So for those who got tuning in, we about to chop it up. Last time I was here was 2 years ago, right before the album came out. You know what I mean? And so it's cool that I came back here in particular to.
I'm still here. That's
yeah,
amazing.
that's what I'm saying. He's been here like 8 years. You know what I'm saying? This is my man, Carson, right here. You know what I'm saying? You know. And I know I violated because we do this every Sunday, but I figure, you know, go ahead, drop in and let y'all know what's going on a Saturday. Don't worry, I'm gonna jump in for like maybe 10 minutes on Christmas Day, say what's up or whatever and all that good stuff. All right.
All right. Oh, if they want to listen to the show, knowbetterhiphop.com.
Y'all heard what he said. Knowbetterhiphop.com.
Let me get this one going.
I'm sorry about the angle. Hey, thank you, Daryl. That's my brother-in-law right there.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
And on the website, we have a better angle. You want to say?
Yes, absolutely. You can go to the what's that? The
knowbetterhiphop.com.
knowbetterhiphop.com. You can get a better angle of this whole situation.
And you can listen to the show and everything too.
What he said. I'm acting like he's not here and repeating everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at that right there. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate you. What is it?
Oh, this is from Saturday Night Live last week.
Oh,
so it was
yeah.
Chance the Rapper, Keenan, rhyming Christmas in Hollis. Yeah,
okay.
Just them. Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas in Hollis. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed this.
Yeah, so you got to be careful with Facebook that they don't hear the music because it will shut you down quick.
Really?
Not a joke.
Wow.
That's why I'm making sure that the audio is not picking up the overhead speakers.
Gotcha. That's crazy. Learn something new every day, folks.
Yeah, especially if they recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, cool. Oh, damn. I got to. It's like mad things I got to do. Got to do like a live playlist. You know what I'm saying, on Twitter and Instagram.
Gotcha.
Which did I do this time?
Adrian asks, which track do you feel is most meaningful for you, or which one do you feel more excited about and why? So on the new album, I would probably say the track, 2 tracks. It's kind of hard to pick between the two, but the 2 most meaningful ones on there for me is this one joint called In My Daughter's Eyes, and the other one is Wish You Were Here. And My Daughter's Eyes is about my it's basically kind of like a message to other brothers out here, and you know, and how we were raised and the mindset that we were given in terms of our views on women and all of that. And for some brothers, it changes drastically once you have a daughter. You know, a lot of that goes out the goes out the window. Pardon me.
About to go in there right
now.
We're
about to go on there. So to be continued.
Yes. Let me get these. There we go. Yo, what's going on? You turned into our show right here, WPRK, Winter Park, Florida, 91.5 FM. I am conscious, and I be not of the holiday spirit, really. I don't know. You are, sir. By the way, it's a De La Way. I am, I be. Is my mic on? I think my mic's working.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. Oh, yeah, so go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
All right.
I know it's been 2 years.
Yeah, it has. It has. Peace, world. It's substantial. Happy to be dropping back in. You know what I mean? You know, my little trip back to Florida that I do every 2 years, you know, see the family.
Word. Oh, but I am, I be. So I am substantial, I be.
Oh, I messed it up. My bad. I messed up the whole floor. I got my whole peace world thing I always do. I am substantial. I be substantial. All that good stuff.
Nice. All right. Let me get this thing settled. All right. Yeah, it's a different setup, you know what I'm saying? Because we have the live video going on right now as well. Because normally, last time I think you were on the other side.
Yeah,
you know I
was over there.
My webcam doesn't have that wide of an angle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
we are all up close.
All up close.
Sorry, I had what's it, falafel before I came in.
Oh, that's cool. It's good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So was good though. Right.
Chilling. All right. I'm just trying to check these levels. I think my headphones are messed up, but sound cool, right? We're good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Nice. That's the most that's what counts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all right, real quick before we get into that first track. Yeah. I had to play it. You know what I'm saying? It was from last week's Saturday Night Live. That was featuring Keenan Thompson, Chance the Rapper, and Leslie Jones. That's her name, I think. Hold on, I'm mad. Like,
I'm
disorganized.
Leslie Jones is the sister
Leslie Jones.
Show,
Word up. So that was Jingle Barack. Yes.
Gotcha.
Again, shouts to Saturday Night Live. That was pretty dope. All right. So cool. All right. Now, before, you know what I'm saying, we get into some topics, I wanted to shout out a couple of people from this week. Shouts to Inside Comics on Twitter and the homie Cody. Cody hit me up to send me a couple of joints because that's how it works here. Okay. Like, it's our show. So it's the people behind the microphones and people listening through the radio. Right. And so I like to keep that communication going back and forth. So we put them on the stuff, they put us onto stuff. Everybody's happy. I mean, so he told me that he wasn't able to listen to a couple of shows because he's been on the road. And I told him he can always listen to the recording during the week. Right. You know what I mean, but he said he likes to listen live and interact with people in the chat room and what have you. So that's dope. But that's one of the reasons that we have a forum on the site, because I want to keep the conversation going throughout the week. And because we have a bunch of people who are in other countries that can't tune in live. Right. And so we have them. So we have the forum so everybody can kind of keep it going throughout the week. Right. So if you aren't able to listen live, you know what I'm saying, we appreciate you wanting to listen live, whether it be WPRK, Winter Park, Florida, 91.5 FM, or at knowbetterhiphop.com, you know what I mean, or your favorite podcast listening app, you know what I'm saying, we appreciate it. So either way, you know what I'm saying, we can still keep the conversation going, so appreciate y'all. Let me see here. Also, when I post tracks that we play on the show, and include the social accounts of the artists, it's not to let the artists know specifically that we played them, but to let the listeners know who we played and how they can reach them if they want to further on social media. And so that's what the homie Inside Comics did on Twitter. So shout out to the homie. He shouted out a couple of people that he was digging on the last show. So shout out to him. All right, so let's get into some awesome things that happened this week. First, again, like we paid homage to him in the beginning, shouts to President Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying, on his way out. I think I'm calling it like his F y'all tour. Right. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
So he first, not only did he stop the North Dakota pipeline, access pipeline, for now, because who knows what's his name.
I was about to say,
he who should not be named. You know what I mean? Who knows what he's going to do.
Right.
But he threw a monkey wrench into that gentleman's Muslim registry idea. Because he was trying to, first he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to, all Muslims on a list as they come into the country. Then he's like, I don't know about a list. Right. But apparently from 2002 to 2011, right, Bush's administration, mad mosquitoes, Bush's administration put into place a program called National Entry Exit Registration System, called NSEERS, requiring certain people in the U.S. on visas from 25 countries to register with the government. Wow. Right? 24 countries listed had Muslim majority population, and North Korea being the 25th country. Now, it's funny how Ireland wasn't on that list. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like Ireland doesn't have bombings or anything. It's not like it's so popular over there that there's a drink called the Irish car bomb or nothing. But nah, they're not going to be on the list. For whatever reasons. So shout out to Obama. So according to Vox, President Barack Obama suspended the program in 2011 after years of complaints by civil rights groups that the program targeted Muslims and wasn't effective in preventing terrorism. But it had never fully been dismantled. It was still sitting around for the Trump administration to dust off.
Wow.
So on Thursday, the Department of Homeland Security said that they are going to totally get rid of the program with a regulation that goes into effect yesterday, the 23rd. I mean, so, and then continuing his mic drops, you know what I'm saying, as he leaves the presidency. We all know the phrase, the land of the free, home of the brave, even though that free has been slowly rolling out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But now it covers a lot of the Americans, which are now call themselves humanists. And so from NBC News, Obama's signing of amendments to the International Religious Freedom Act on Friday wasn't widely noticed, except among the community of atheists, agnostics, and others who categorize themselves as humanists. For the first time, the law, which was originally passed in 1998, specifies the freedom of thought, conscience, and religion is understood to protect theistic and non-theistic, beliefs, and the right not to profess or practice any religion. So, shouts to Obama, because I mean it's kind of crazy. I mean, didn't the first settlers leave like over there for religious persecution? Well, neither here nor there. All right. It's the government. Makes no sense to me. But as far as let's go to the hip hop world real quick. This week on Jeopardy, you know what I'm saying, one of the answers was, let's see if you get this. In 2016, this disciple of Kanye West released his coloring book mixtape.
Who is Chance the Rapper?
Exactly. Now, you know you have to reach a certain consciousness level of the public, awareness to come up as a Jeopardy answer.
Right.
And then for the person to know it off the bat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's shouts to him. And then correct me if I'm wrong. He still hasn't like put out a project for retail yet, right? Like everything's been like streaming and free. So far.
Yeah, to my knowledge.
We're gonna talk about that later on because you have an album dropping. So we're gonna talk about all that.
Okay.
Also this week, Yasin Bey performed on Jimmy Fallon and his 2 final Apollo Theater shows. So he's done with New York. He's not doing any more shows apparently.
That's crazy.
So his farewell tour. Then and then also December 99th finally dropped. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was late. We have a track we're gonna play on that.
Okay. Dope.
Even though there was a delay. Now my question is, especially to you, because you've been putting out projects. How do you have a delay on a digital only album that's exclusively through One Place Tidal? How do you have a delay on that? It's not like they have to wait for manufacturing or for it to go through the different distribution channels.
Could be issues with like clearances or whatever, depending on like if he has samples on the record. It could be a lot of different things.
But don't they know those things like way before? Because it's not like, come on, like the whole thing is built on.
I hear you. Stuff happens though, man. Stuff happens. The business is unpredictable.
But it's finally out. Yeah, I mean, so.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, and speaking of albums, you got one dropping early next year, right?
Yes, indeed.
Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, the album is called "The Past Is Always Present in the Future." It's my 4th solo album. It has a lot of different people contributed to the record. My man DJ Hive, Sight Star from Sign, Uyama Hiroto.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, he is.
I think didn't he just drop something recently?
He did.
Played a couple joints over there.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of other folks. Production from Odyssey, Marcus D, Gensu Dean.
Shouts to homie Gensu.
The other guys. Algorithm.
They just dropped the album too, right?
Yeah, they dropped the project. The other guys dropped the project over the summer. That's really dope as well. So basically the record deals a lot with legacy. You know what I mean? The idea that you know, I mean, the title's kind of self-explanatory, but the past is always present in the future. So there are certain things I think, you know, some of us in our youth or whatever are trying to, I guess we have an issue with a lot of things that are old or from the past, you know what I mean? So it's like they're trying to kind of get beyond that, and this is what we like now, you know what I mean, later for that. And so, but then it's also the flip happens or whatever, where the elders sometimes are kind of shunning the young people. Oh, what do you don't know what you're talking about, this, that, you know what I mean? And the reality of it is the past is always present. And so, you know, I think there's this disconnect where like us, like now we're becoming the elders, you know, to a certain extent. And so whatever issues we have with the youth is directly connected to us, like us either not doing our job, not better informing them to influence what their hip hop sounds like. You know what I mean? Like not educating them on various issues that we had to face, so that when they face it, they, you know, they have some direction, they have some expectations, and they have some plans on how to deal with it because of what they've been taught. And so this idea that we can somehow disconnect our future completely from our past and act like our present is not connected to our past is ridiculous. And so the album deals with that, you know, in terms of social issues, in terms of you know, personal challenges that I face, so on and so forth, you know. Nice.
All right, cool. So, and leading up to this, we'll talk about it on the video, you know what I'm saying, as like a little behind the scenes goodness for everybody to go check out the video. By the way, if you're on the website, knowbetterhiphop.com, if you want to check out the video, scroll down a little bit, you'll see the featured video section. Just press play on that and you'll catch the live video. Word. All right, so we're going to talk about behind the scenes because the last time you were here, I think you were talking about the way you were going to put out you're going to present it. So I want to talk about that and anything you learned during that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that was a lot. All right. So by the way, shouts to everybody tuned in. Shouts to homie Chase March out in Canada. You know what I'm saying? He's got a dope radio show out there too. Word. You know what I'm saying? Word is Bond Radio. Shouts to him. He's tuned in. L.O. I think they call it, London, Ontario. Okay. I know nothing about Canada. Except it's cold.
It is cold.
Shouts to the homie Chris from NJ to AK out in Alaska, where it's cold also.
Yes.
No way in hell. All right. So yeah, he says, shouts to Substantial in the studio, word up. All right. Shouts to the homie Chris. And then happy born day to Casual, December 19th. All right.
Wow.
Word.
Casual is man, super dope.
Yeah, he's
probably one of my favorite in the high road.
He's mad slept on you. All right, so let's get into some joints. Remember, if you want to, I guess we'll do it with the phone call. If you want to give us a call, 407. See, the phone's all the way over there, though.
Yeah, it's kind of
far. Saying? So if you want to give us a call, if you want to make us work, 407-646-2915. Talk to homie Substantial. Or if you're technologically inclined, you can actually join the video chat. If you go to our show, ourshow.in, ourshow.in/join. If you have a webcam, headphones, you can join the video chat right now and speak with a man. Or if you just want to go to the website, knowbetterhiphop.com, that's awesome too. We got a chat room on that also. So multiple ways of checking out the show. All right. Up next, musical block. We got, like I said, got some December 99th. You know what I'm saying? Yasin Bey and Ferrari Shepherd. We got some new Arrested Development. You know what I'm saying? They dropped one of my favorite albums of the year. That they dropped. Shouts to them. We got some Tribe Called Quest off their project.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Rhapsody off of her new joint. We got shouts to the homie from Kentucky, Divine Karama. He did like a Christmas project that he dropped.
Okay.
Big shouts to the homie Cody. Once again, he put me on to this producer MTBRD. Don't know what that means, but he's from the UK. But then got some Midas the Beast. Okay. He's not off his new project because he curses a lot.
Yeah, he does.
And
he's dope though.
Yeah, he's awesome. But I don't have any cleans.
Yeah.
And God bless him. I'm not cleaning it.
Right.
You got to pay me.
Right. That's
all right. And then, but of course, we're going to start off something off of your brain. It's off the present EP, and we're going to talk about that.
Right.
But it's also on the new album dropping.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So this is The Subway featuring Precious Joubert.
Yeah,
Right, Joubert?
Look at him
Yeah,
showing
you know,
off.
I'm all right. You know what I'm saying?
Look at him
North,
showing off.
North Miami was close to Little Haiti.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got some, word. So give me one random Jeopardy style fact about the subway.
Man. Let's see.
It could be like the recording, the writing, something.
Yeah.
Did lightning strike the booth, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be fire. Something, I don't know.
Man. What is the most interesting? Well, the answer would be the answer is using subway maps to tell your life story. And so the question would then be, what is the most interesting way to write a rap utilizing subway maps in several cities?
Nice. Not in Florida though. We don't know about such things.
Wouldn't work so well with.
Well, we are in a basement though, and you saw how close that lake was.
Yeah, it's real.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
real. So
like
we'll
we
see.
come outside, it's a storm. We might not make it outside.
Might not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real.
But yeah, it's for hip hop.
Right.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's our show. So this is the Subway featuring Precious Jabber by our special guest Substantial. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, don't forget, we have our joint up so you can vote for what we're going to play next. All right. It's our show. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Yeah. Someone chimed in that head and said, "You're passing by on a train and you see the hook pass you by." So Jonathan says, "How long are you going to be in Winter Park, bro?" I'm gonna be here till Tuesday. I'm actually dropping by. What's that coffee shop called where the open mic happens?
Who do what now?
The Monday open mic.
Oh yeah, at Austin's coffee shop. Like actually literally down the street.
So check this out. On Monday, I'm gonna be at Austin's coffee shop, which is here in Winter Park. And so I'm dropping in there open mic so I can spit a little something. You know what I mean? Not an official show, but I figured, you know, I come down here every few years just to see family. But, you know, I figure I hang out, spit a couple bars for y'all. I ain't got no merchandise and nothing like that. So, yo, you can just come out, hang out, and ask some questions. We can chop it up. If you got merch, bring it with you. I'll sign them joints, whatever. You know what I mean? But come hang out with us on Monday night. That's the first day of Kwanzaa for those who celebrate. Y'all already knew that. But if you don't, you know what I mean? You might hit me on the mic, spit some bars, and then talk about Kwanzaa for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Drop knowledge.
Look, I'm already ready. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. That's on the current thoughts on the current mainstream hip hop lyrics and culture. I mean, it's kind of no way to like jump into it without like spending like a long time, you know, complaining about various things. But the reality of it is, I think the powers that be, like have, you know, like everyone kind of has their own agenda on what they wish to promote and what they don't want to promote. And, you know, and the type of hip hop that people may feel needs to be in the forefront doesn't currently fall into the agenda of those people. So that is, you know, a piece of why you don't hear it in mainstream media. And so, you know, I mean, there's a whole lot of other thoughts. Like, I'll definitely jump into more of that another time. Like right now, I know if I start going, we're gonna be back on air in a second. So like, but yeah, I mean, I don't want to say everything, but most of what we hear and see is by design. You know what I mean? So, you know, I am like happy about the fact that, you know, nowadays there are ways for us to kind of find what we need. You know what I mean? Find what we need, regardless if it's in the mainstream or not. You know what I mean? So I say, you know, continue to seek out that real, man, and we'll be here waiting for you. You know?
The internet's the greatest leveler of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you literally have the world's knowledge in your pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about you to seek it out.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
I mean, there's shows like our show all over the place.
Absolutely.
That, you know, we don't have, I guess we have an agenda of playing stuff we like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But we don't have like a corporate agenda.
Right.
And that's with anything, whether it be the news or be whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see who's behind it.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to push.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
Like, I don't get paid to be here. So I have to like what I'm playing.
Right.
I'm wasting my damn time if I don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you gotta watch the thing. Oh, we got more joints. So
okay, cool.
Tell me about this freaking Midas. Hold on. I'm doing like a live playlist, so I have to do all this crap. But all right, so last 2 years ago, we were talking about how you're gonna put out the project. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So kind of recap for the people that you know what I'm saying. Okay, and not have been there around at that time.
Yeah. So when I first came up with the concept for The Past is Always Present in the Future, I knew I wanted to do it in 4 parts, right? And so and I was originally going to have 4 producers strictly do each one of those parts. And so as I was talking about the album to my boy Tone Deaf, Tone Deaf. Yeah, so Tone Deaf was working on an album at the time where he was also putting it out in 4 parts. So he suggested it to me. He was like, dude, you should totally break them up into EPs and do it like that. He's like, that's what I'm doing. You know, Homeboy Sandman and other people have kind of done similar things where they've dropped the EPs and then put out the whole album. And so, and I like the idea of being able to give fans some music while they wait, as opposed to just making them wait for you know, the 2 years it took me to make the album. You know, because I'm not a full-time musician, so it's like, you know, I got to get up, work with these kids, make sure they straight, and then try to have enough energy to finish a song when I get home or write a song. And so anyway, you know, so we started, like, I basically was doing the EPs in the order of where the title of the EP fell in the full title of the album. So the past was first. So a lot of people thought it was going to be past, present, future, but I actually because the album really deals with legacy, you know, it's, you know, the EPs kind of break up into past, always, present, and then the future, right? And so so I mean, that's the basic gist of it. I mean, and then the subject matter that you hear within every song like ties into whatever portion it's a part of.
So now, okay, so you had the title of the whole thing, right? Were you writing tracks to that, or was it depending on how you were breaking it up in the, you know what I'm saying, like which came first? Were you writing tracks and had tracks for the full album, or did you know you wanted to do that concept of releasing 3 separate joints and then you wrote for those? So
I developed the concept before I even kind of started listening to beats. You know what I mean? Okay. So like I already had the concept first.
So you knew you wanted to do past, present, future.
Yeah, right. and then what I did was select what producers were going to be a main part of whatever section based on my relationship with them. Okay. So for instance, the other guys produced the past section because
you've known
I
for a while.
Yeah, I have the most history with them.
Went to high school with them, right?
Yeah, I went to high school with Isaiah from the other guys.
Yeah, I remember that from last time.
Yep. And then with Always, Algorithm has always been a part of my albums with the exception of my first album. But even when I was working on my first album, I knew Algorithm then. But he's been a part of every solo album I've done. You know, and so with and then with the present, you know, current or presently, like use the word presently, Marcus D, I work with him more than any other producer I work with, right? And so and then in terms of the future, I knew Odyssey. I knew I wanted to have Odyssey handle production for that because very few people will argue with you if you were to say that he might be kind of the future of where this indie music and hip hop is like has been moving,
especially like business wise.
Yeah, he's a very smart dude.
Yeah,
you know.
We'll talk about that a little bit too, because I want to talk about, you know, how we brought up Chance the Rapper and the way he's kind of like revolutionized. Yeah, not necessarily because people did it before him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as far as like hip hop and using like technology to really advance himself. All right, so now, so tell me, you put out the projects. So all right, so what you learned, you know what I'm saying? So jumped off from the first joint, like preparing for the past EP, like anything that you learned from that?
Yeah,
because I mean, you put out projects before, and EPs before, right? You know what I'm saying, like the EFAM stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I learned was, you know, never the whole idea of, and I think we might have discussed this last time too, like of never getting too married to any song you make. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like this belief that you can make better stuff, you can continue to grow, you know what I mean? Lifetime learner, you know? And so what the EPs kind of force you to do, because I knew going forward that I was going to pick certain songs from each EP, so I could never be fully married to any one song from the EPs, because you know, I was also planning to write a new song to go with each one of those EPs that was released before.
So something special for the EPs.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, you know, so that was one of the main things, right? And then also the whole idea of, you know, plotting and planning and having this, you know, on paper, perfect plan of how I was going to do this. And then life happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life happens.
That tends to
So,
happen.
Yeah. And so, you know, like while I was working on the present EP, while working on the Always EP, you know, I knew going in that I wanted Tone Deaf to be a part of it, but I also knew that Tone isn't necessarily the quickest like writer. You know what I mean? But when you hear what he comes up with, you fully understand why.
It takes time, yeah.
Right. And so that was part of the issue with the delay, because I knew I wanted him to be a part of it, but I had to wait to get the pieces.
Yeah, that's another thing you got to wait on.
Yeah, and then with the present EP, you know, I had 2 former students that were murdered.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So that happened, and we moved, which you know, like was kind of unexpected. That wasn't our initial plan. And so those things, my studio having to be shut down in one location and then rebuilt in another.
That's it. And then getting the sound right, you know, and everything. I can imagine, like,
man, you know, especially, you know, it's one thing if you start it all in one place.
Yeah.
But I had already started the like present EP at the old studio, and so then trying to get everything to match up. And the funny thing is, when you listen to all of the EPs, that's the EP that, like, sonically, maybe sounds like we were in a couple different directions. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's cool because it was your present.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You did change. You know what I'm saying? You
Absolutely.
spots.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So nice.
You know? Yeah.
I am paying attention though, even though I am.
Nah, it's multitasking.
You know
Look, you see me say something, I look over here, make sure I ain't missing no questions. You know what I'm saying?
And then okay, so then we're at the present now.
Yeah.
What the fudger? Yasin Bey's Twitter account apparently is been shut down or something.
Oh wow.
It's always something. But yeah, so now so okay, so did you record like the past, then put it out, then record the present, then put it out, or did you like record everything? No, so you
fans were literally getting the stuff as I finished it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
And so and that's the important thing to know too, that like, you know, this full album wasn't worked out like from the time when I announced it.
You just had a concept, basically.
Yeah, I just had the concept, and then I let them be present. You know what I'm saying? I let them be present while I figured it all out. You know what I mean? Like throughout the whole process, they were very much, you know, a part of it. You know, and I think one of the toughest things too, some other things I learned, like you see fans gravitate to certain songs, right? And then that kind of adds the pressure of putting, like, do I put this on the album now? But then I gotta think about, I was like, does it really tie?
You should have bought the EP.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. And so, you know, you gotta, you know, because for instance, like Priceless on the past EP was very popular. You know what I mean? But it didn't tie into, it tied into the theme of the EP, but not necessarily the overall message of the album. So, you know,
I mean, and it's good. So you want to give people incentive to go buy the EPs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? At least check them out, you know? Exactly.
So what are some things? So I'm sure there's like things that you learned and it got easier as you went on from the past.
Right.
What was something that, as far, because I mean, maybe Yasin Bey needs some help because apparently putting out a digital only project through one distributor,
right?
Only one place you can get it.
I mean,
you can still have problems. What were some of the problems you ran into?
Man, I'm trying to think. Like, I think the biggest problem I bumped into was collaborations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can imagine,
just trying to get everything in a timely fashion, you know? Because one of the collabs that happened on the present EP was a collab that wasn't necessarily intended to be on the EP at all. Like it was actually intended for 2 other people that I work with frequently. But time constraints, so I couldn't get them on it. So then I had to kind of regroup because that was the only song I was waiting on.
So they pulled the Capadonna. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Not trying to throw them under the bus. It was the timing.
Well, no, I'm saying because the story was Capadonna was supposed to be like original Wu member, and he was supposed to be, I think it was Mystery of the Chess Boxing.
Okay.
But he fell asleep on the couch.
Wow.
While everybody else was recording their joints.
Wow.
And they're like, can't wait.
Yeah. Got to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
That's
wants
crazy.
to give you you know what I'm saying, give you opportunity.
Yeah.
You gotta take it.
You gotta be ready. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I think, you know, without giving too much detail, too, if that original collab would have happened, it was going to be kind of it was intended to be groundwork for a collaboration project. Something that would have been really, really big that a lot of the fans would have wanted to see. And so but I think, you know, it required like people pretty much like being dedicated to making that happen. And so that's all not happening, you know, was just kind of, you know, a sign that maybe it's not time yet. You know what I mean?
You can kind of see, I mean, like, damn, one song, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't turn that around.
Right.
And you want to try to do it? Nah.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, you know, it's no grudges or nothing like that. Those are also my brothers, they the homies, but
you gotta keep it moving.
Yeah. So I just went a different route. Linked with someone else. Song came out great. Ended up being, you know, like one of the more popular songs from off that from off that EP. So
all right. So people, I mean, of course they're real, not unreliable, but unpredictable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So all right, so that's one thing you've learned. Now, what's some other stuff? I totally closed the wrong tab.
It's a thing from the past that you will keep in the present, and you will be that will be part of my future. So. May I?
You go ahead.
Yeah. So fans just ask. You're
not the only one. I'm multitasking. You're multitasking.
Right. Hey, you know, trying, you know, knocking on everybody. So, what's a thing from the past that you keep in the present and you know will be a part of your future? My wife. You know what I'm saying?
She's looking over there like,
right. I mean, definitely.
Walking back.
Yeah, I think family. You know. I mean, that's something that keeps you grounded. So like, no matter what happens in my career and what opportunities arise, and no matter how, you know, how crazy or great things are, that family is that constant for me. You know what I mean? The thing that was there before all of this, that's currently happening here while it's happening. And then the thing that will remain, you know, as we move into the future. You know what I mean? So definitely family, you know.
Nice. All right. So now, anything else that you kind of learned besides people being mad unpredictable?
Now,
as far as like the workflow, as far as putting it like the whole pipeline.
Yeah.
I mean, anything there?
Yeah, I would say so Kevin Nottingham, shout out to him. Yeah, man, that's the homie. You know, both of us discussed how things came together after everything was said and done.
Right.
And we both agreed that like he feels like this may be like a good blueprint for other artists, you know what I mean, to kind of go this route. Because part of the reason, because you know, we got a lot of pressure to drop physicals of these EPs every time they came out. Yeah. And that was never the plan. And one of my homies who did a similar process, he did exactly that. He dropped physicals of some of those. But I didn't budge on it. I was like, oh, we're considering it, but
yeah, better get this digital.
Yeah, and the reason for that was because, you know, part of what we were trying to do is like, I knew that EPs don't typically sell as well as an album. Yeah. So, you know, if I invest all of the same money I would put into an album into every EP, we're not going to necessarily do as well. Just speaking strictly from a business standpoint.
Yeah, mathematics.
And so going with this format allowed us to kind of raise funds that put us in a better position come album time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was kind of like, and it worked as promotion that we didn't have to pay for leading up to the album.
So people invested.
Yeah, you know, because I mean, if you guys think about it, y'all have kind of seen like almost 2 years of promotion of this one album, you know, without deviating from what the original plan was at all. You know what I mean? In terms of how we presented it to folks, you know.
Yeah, I've always, for a while now, especially with technology, because things haven't even, like, I think the Roots said on one joint where music is not even like a thing anymore.
Right.
It's kind of like a byproduct of you of trying to do something else.
Yeah.
It's no longer like a tangible thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even like, not even just as far as CDs, but just it's like bytes on your computer. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, not even, you don't even download joints anymore. You're streaming them.
Yeah.
So not even really on your computer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of in the air.
Yeah.
And to get people to stay focused on something.
Absolutely.
Well, like I said, you have the world in your pocket.
Man.
You can listen to anything from any point in time of recorded history.
And why should they listen to you?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
especially when they're being pressured into all this other stuff. Like I've seen all these other things. You know what I'm saying? People with way more influence and money. You know
That's why I think it's extremely important for you to put your true self in your music. You know what I mean? Like something tangible that people can connect with.
Yep.
Even if they don't necessarily have your music in a tangible form. You know what I mean? You need to give them something authentic and something real that they can connect with.
Exactly.
So they have a reason to show up. You know what I mean? They have a reason to tune in, you know?
Because it's not just like a hook or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where they like it's something that actually, like you said, touched them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They internalize that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
like they feel like it's part of them.
Yeah.
And they want to be like, all right, I rock with this.
Somebody had asked me like not too long ago, we were just kind of talking about the music and you know, and I think some artists are kind of at a point where it's like, you know, I don't care if you like my music or not. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely get that because I do it for myself first and foremost. But the reality of it is like I put it out to the world in hopes that someone out there connects with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to build with like-minded people.
Right. And so, you know, you're hoping that that folks don't just connect, like when they connect with the music, they're really connecting with me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so you know, that's where I'm at with it.
Shout out to Wordsworth.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Hey, you just got like a master's degree from
Yes,
University of Miami.
Yes, he
Shout out
did,
to him.
man. Super
You know
proud of that brother,
So I'm
man.
flossing all over Instagram.
Yeah, man. He was
saying?
just
Shout out
up
to
in
Well, he lives
Baltimore.
out here.
Yeah, I know.
you know what
I
I'm
know.
Shout out to him. He came through a couple of times, I think. We had him do a show.
Oh, this is my joint, man.
So yeah, so now
hands down my favorite song off the album.
It's right. I mean,
yeah,
it's
amazing.
Speaking about like A Tribe Called Quest, like people remember when like they first heard Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like they grew up to Tribe. So that's why like 20 years since the last one or something like that. Like people are like they remember that.
Yeah.
So even without even really hearing anything, they put their money down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, I can get what?
Right.
That's the type of thing that's not really around anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're trying to build a legacy with listeners. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's more like, yo, give me your money now.
Right.
All right, I might not be here, 2 months from now, but give me your money now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it kind of is what it is. I mean,
yeah, man.
And
it's crazy when you think of like how many legends came through this year and dropped like great records or solid records.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
and
De La,
charted.
you know what I'm saying? That's
De La,
De La
Common,
Soul,
Tribe.
like,
You know what I mean?
The way they put the whole thing
Yeah.
together, it was flawless. Besides, being late, but it's
Yeah.
some Kickstarter stuff. I can understand all that.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely
to raise
definitely challenging.
over $600,000.
Absolutely.
That is friggin' amazing. You know what I'm
Making
saying?
the type of music they make and doing that too.
Exactly.
You know?
And they did the whole live band goodness
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. But like I was a Kickstarter backer, you know what I'm saying? And they let people know along the whole way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was going on.
Right.
Like they would put out tracks that weren't going to be on the album, like
Mhm.
little behind the scene videos, all type of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I was listening to the that Spirit of Wu joint
that
this
joint.
morning, man.
Woo,
Oh
that
my
was crazy.
God.
That's
Right.
And I mean for them to
MC
like you said,
like me.
they kept it true to themselves doing
Absolutely.
what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And for them still put out joints, it's kind of amazing to me. All right. I feel like, oh yeah, okay. There's like I'm trying to keep like a rotation of things I have to do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To make sure I don't forget nothing.
Hardest working guy in radio right here. Y'all learning? You paying
man.
attention?
Man, nobody listens. It's cool. But no, it's dope though. Like, no, I can't say that because our numbers have been rising.
Yeah.
And it's dope. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm.
Like I can't front like people seem to dig the show.
I'm gonna be sure to drop the links in over here on the Facebook.
NoBetterHipHop.com.
Yeah,
That's
man.
all. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about having people know better.
Yeah.
Know better hip hop.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, where am I at now?
You good, Mrs. Robinson? Okay.
And then all right, so yeah, so like you said, it's kind of amazing with what Tribe has done,
Mhm.
De La Soul has done. It's just kind of, it just shows that people are still willing to support, because both of those, I think they got like number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
that's why I think there's like ulterior motives
Mhm.
as to why major label, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, push what they push.
Yeah.
Because they have money in other things,
Right.
as far as private prisons and things.
Right.
So they got to keep that full.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Put this out. I'm just saying, I'm not a conspiracy theorist,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you got to keep those joints full.
Mhm.
So why not push stuff to ensure that to sell music and make sure them joints are full?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Double dipping, yo. I just, it is what it is. Yeah, my bad. Okay, so now, you're talking about the homie Kevin Nottingham.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yes.
you got not only artists,
Mhm.
you have another position at the good folks at Hypnot, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Head of A&R over at Hypnot. So
how'd that come about, first of all?
So I was in Japan on tour
Nice.
back in 2014. Here's the funny thing, right?
right.
So the last time I was here,
Yeah.
right, before I came to the show, literally the morning before I came to the show, I get hit up by my homeboys in Japan.
Nice.
Yo, we need you to come back out to Japan.
Oh, now? Cool.
Right. And so then I end up going back out to Japan toward the end of February. Marcus and I was with Funky DL and the whole crew,
Nice.
Fat John, Shingo,
Nice.
Pace Rock.
Shingo too just put out something too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Played some off that.
Yeah, and so we're all out there doing these tribute shows to Jun, to Nujabes, and while I'm out there, after everything's done, I'm on my way back home, and I check in with the label, and the creative director at the time told me that he was like, "Yo, we got something we want to talk to you about. See if you're interested in being A&R for the label." And so, we talked a little more about what that would look like and all of that. And what I realized really quick while talking to him about it, I was like, this is basically getting paid to do stuff that I already do for free for a bunch of different people I know and care about. You know what I mean?
Those are the best things.
Yeah. So, it was kind of a natural progression. And so by March of that year, I ended up doing that with the label. So some of the albums that came out that I had a hand in bringing to the label. And
so you brought other guys.
You
brought other guys?
So the funny thing is the other guys, they were with Hypnot first. However, I helped them negotiate their contract. So they contacted me when they were in talks with Kevin, and so they kind of let me in on what was happening, and I advised them on it. It was just like, this is what I think you should be doing.
Substantial legal counsel.
Hey, I mean,
get the checks.
Although I have no hat right now, I wear many hats. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you keep that in the bag. You can't show the hats.
Yeah, you can't show the hats.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep them in the stash.
Exactly.
And so
you gotta pull it out when you need it.
Right. And so I helped them with their situation, and then I talked to Joe and Isaiah about what I was planning for my solo album before I got with Hypnot.
All right.
And when they heard what I was planning, they were like, "Yo, I really think you should talk to Kevin about what you're doing." And because I already knew I didn't need a label to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you've been putting it on.
Right. And so, but I talked to Kevin.
We're gonna be back after this.
Okay.
So,
and so long story short, I talked to Kev, got with him, and then I ended up bringing Godzilla's album that came out, Believe in Godzilla.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
They're crazy about it.
Thank you, man. Those are my brothers, my favorite rap group.
They had that mixtape with Erykah Badu or something, right?
Yep. So
I keep up. I keep.
Yeah,
up.
man. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? DMV be putting in work. I appreciate you paying attention.
Yeah, if it's dope, it's dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I guess they're from South Africa, which is pretty amazing too.
That's dope.
Consistently.
Yeah, man.
UK, Wax Taylor from France. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you have no
That's
idea.
what's up.
And then Ari the Rugged Man spit one of the dopest verses of all time on his project.
Oh wow.
Pretty amazing.
I gotta look that joint up.
Yeah, it's called by Any Beats Necessary.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wax Taylor's crazy. He's dope.
Oh wow. You know what I'm saying? You can put on the stuff over here, son.
Man, you know what? What radio show shouldn't put people on the stuff?
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Like, you can't just be playing the same thing. Come on now.
Right.
What's the point if you're not gonna be put off doing things?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
There's no reason My bad. I'm just doing mad things right now. I gotta get this recorded.
Uh-huh.
But really, all this helps me later on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm putting in the work now, so later on,
Mhm.
it's not too crazy.
No,
All right.
absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, because right now I'm posting to Instagram, live joint, Twitter, the website. Supposed to be doing something for the actual station. Also, that one.
Right.
That's kind of taking a back seat, but you know,
Right.
I can get to that later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So right now I'm just getting this beat is crazy too. This is what
Yeah, so
the homie Cody put me on to.
mhm.
Cody's into some crazy stuff.
Okay.
All right, that's
Yeah,
done.
dope vibes.
All right. Hey, man, if you ever want to start spitting to things, it's cool. I'll just turn up the mic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person to be pushing on people and stuff. But if the beat, you know what I'm saying, moves you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I might spit to that right there.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like it's going off though.
No, it starts back up, bro. It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. Everything's cool. Hold on. All right.
What y'all think? Y'all think I should spit something? Niggas should spit something. Get some likes flying across the screen. something happening over there. I don't know. See if y'all still with me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a yes.
That's a yes.
I got a one yes in slow mo. All right, I got
you. You can hear it?
Yeah.
Let me make sure. All right.
Yeah. This beat is sick.
Right? He's from the UK.
Uh-huh. All right. Listen. Yeah. I remember being poured in the mud. Mama overworked, uncle strung out on drugs. Sis stressed out because a friend caught a slug. Other one stressed, caught beating on a hub. Another one stressed because her son in school struggling. Swear to be a black person mean juggling the weight of the world and pain and suffering. Somehow find a reason to smile and love again. Meanwhile, working to get by. For most curtains, they certainly just die. Battle with the certain, a hurting, but up vibe. Ain't picture perfect, I'm learning to just fly. Being in the sky don't mean you look down on. Everybody on the ground from now on. So I'm about to put a crown on because I could be anywhere in the world right now, but I'd rather be here with you. I will lay in the trenches till we making a difference and they see it from my point of view. So get up and don't quit. Don't let them forget everything you had to go through just to make it happen. All it takes is action, some faith and passion. Who? No. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nice.
I do birthdays, bar mitzvahs, and baby showers.
and you got the new album, so people will be able to, if they like that there.
It's funny, I say the whole birthdays, bar mitzvahs, and baby showers thing, but the wild thing is I can actually say we do weddings.
Word?
We've done weddings, son.
So in the past 2 years, you've done some weddings?
So we did a wedding. So we did our Kickstarter campaign. Was it in 2014?
So now the Kickstarter was for what?
It was for the album Another Day in the Life of the Bob Allo joint, right? And so we did that. It was very successful. And one of the things that we offered was to perform at someone's wedding. Damn. You know what I mean? And someone did it. Like it was crazy.
So wait, who thought of? It wasn't just like perform at an event of your choice. It was a wedding.
Yeah, specifically a wedding because
How did that come about?
So we had a song on that album called "The Proposal," and so we were hit up by a fan who was planning to propose to his girl, and he took a letter that he wrote her and sent it to us and asked us to turn it into a song.
Wow.
Paid us to turn it into a song.
Damn.
And so we did it, and he was like, yo, y'all can do whatever you want with the song. I was like, but this is your song. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, but still, I want you to put it out, like do something with it.
It came out dope, yeah.
Okay, sure, we will. And so then, when we were coming up with the campaign, I was just like, man, look, if someone is willing to get us to do that, right, and allow us to be in their life like that,
yeah.
I mean, clearly we're connecting with people on a different level, and there might be someone out there who wants us to do this, right?
Yeah.
And so, sure enough, we put it out there, man. And like the same day that the campaign was ending is when someone came through at the last minute and got it.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And so it was crazy. So we ended up doing that. And that was amazing. That was an amazing experience because I literally watched. There's a shout out to Zach.
So it's a different dude than you wrote the song for.
Different dude, because the dude who we wrote the song for was out in Europe. He was out in Europe. Okay. And the guy who he'd been a fan for years supporting. Again, shout out to Zach and his beautiful bride, man. Like they're just great people. So
how'd that work? Set that up for me. Like I want to see a visual.
Okay.
Paint the picture for me. I'm just kind of wondering,
All right,
like how that
without
works.
giving too much detail
Well, yeah,
of
we
their
don't,
wedding.
we don't want
right?
to be creepy.
Yeah,
You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
But yeah, so now, man, get our tickets or whatever to fly out there. We show up. We told them what type of equipment we need in advance. We got there, half that equipment. Well, most of that equipment was not there, so it got interesting really quick.
Marcus D could beatbox. I mean, you beatbox.
Yeah,
you know
beatbox. I gotta learn to beatbox and rap at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
There you
But like, and it so just so happened one of their family members was a keyboardist, was a keyboard player, and so he brought through the official joint.
So he just happened to have that in the back of his whip.
Man,
It's like, you never know when somebody may need a keyboardist.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And so, he just brought the joint through. Twinkle Fingers, my man, Marcus D, aka White Chocolate, came through. Like Chef Boy MD, you know what I'm saying? All his nicknames came through to hold it down. And and we got up there and they selected the playlist. It's funny, that was the one lesson I learned in that situation, was never to let I think never again will I have a fan kind of choose every song that we perform. And it's partly because, and it's no slight to Zach, because that was a part of what we offered to them.
Yeah.
But
he goes
they select
deep in the catalog.
Yo, man, yeah, he selected a lot of songs that I want to say almost half those songs were songs I hadn't performed live before.
Nice.
And so, trying to commit all of that to memory for one show.
And this is a very special day for Zach.
Yo,
you don't want to be messing up.
I have never felt that pressure. I mean, dude, I performed for like major label execs and, and
for Lupe, Fiasco,
I mean,
all
you know what I mean?
stuff.
Like, Cool Herc, you name it, man. Like, a lot of different people. And I've never felt the pressure that I felt on stage or whatever, like performing for anyone else other than performing for them, because that was the most important day of their life until they have a child.
Family that they haven't seen ever.
Right.
Be like, who's this dude?
Yeah.
Rap.
Mumbling over all the songs before mumble rap was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. And so, I mean, that was probably the one takeaway that I was like, all right, going forward, if and when this happens again, like, we're going to do half and half. You select some of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got our go-to joints. We got to do these. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But yeah, it was great, man. It was great. They were super happy. The bride, I brought her on stage with us because the last song we did was one of their favorite songs, and she literally knew all of the words. So it was dope to see her like, man, look, I'm stumbling on a part here and there, and she's like, and she got me the whole time. So it was dope, man. But the funny thing is, like, part of the reason why I brought that up is because we were just hit up again about performing at another fan's wedding. And so there's nothing confirmed yet, but the conversation is fairly serious. They seem hell bent on making it happen. So that's great, man. And
there is so much money in weddings.
I mean, like, and there's that too. Yeah.
And I mean, but there's like a budget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Set aside for performers.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know some wedding DJs and they cake off of it. You know what I mean? So to have somebody actually perform, that's pretty awesome.
Man, listen. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be over here doing some stuff. Hey, cool. Real quick, let me go through the joints we just played. This instrumental in the background that are substantial, our special in-studio guest just kind of like ripped to parts. MTBRD. I'm gonna send it to him. You know what I'm saying? I think you probably enjoy that. The instrumental is called I Miss You off his project called Schmovies. It's kind of like stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope.
Yeah, good vibes.
Before that, we had Rhapsody featuring Raphael Sadiq. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tony.
Met Rhapsody recently at the White House.
Word?
Yeah. My wife is a big fan. You know what I mean? She's dope.
Yeah.
She was super cool.
We've had her on the show when she just dropped, I think it was like her first mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And this was years ago, like 2011.
Wow.
Something like that.
She might be one of the most humble people I've
met. Because we did a video interview too.
Uh-huh.
I'm big on technology.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
clearly.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And the way we did it, because it wasn't as easy as this now. Like one button, you're good. No.
Yeah.
We were using Ustream. And so she had like the camera on her, there was a camera on us, and then she had like call in to make it work because like the audio wasn't working. It was crazy. But what was dope that she was actually in the studio. That, like, she stays at the studio back. I don't know if she still does, but she literally like lives in the studio putting this work in. So it's dope to see her.
That's what's
I'm saying, progressing. So
yeah, man, she's good people.
Good people. Shouts to her, Rhapsody, and we had Knife Wonder through the station.
Oh, dope.
Rhapsody featuring Raphael Sadiq. Gonna Miss You. Before that, we had A Tribe Called Quest featuring Busta Rhymes. Solid Wall of Sound, which you happen to.
Is that the one that Elton John's on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think they said they had Elton John because
Mm.
I know that's like it's either a sample because I know he sang that before.
Yeah, true.
So, but I mean, it's a Tribe Called Quest, the
Right.
final album.
I mean,
how you not gonna have Elton
yo,
John?
Elton, come through.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Word, son.
In my mind, he said, "All right, bet."
Or Elton's probably laying keys in another studio anyway.
Right,
Because you know they hang out with mad random people.
Yeah.
You never know. He could have just been Jack Black. Is it Jack Black? I think playing guitar
Wow.
on like a bunch of those joints.
Huh.
Pretty sure it's Jack Black. Whatever.
Right.
All right. Don't quote me on that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Don't quote me, boy. I ain't say it.
Someone face, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's Tribe.
Yeah,
Anything's possible.
Exactly, right? Before the Tribe joint, Arrested Development off their new album, Changing the Narrative. The track's called Let's Build. Let's Build. I'm tired. Before that was The Roots featuring Common and Ingrid Michaelson, Who Tells Your Story. That's off that Hamilton mixtape. Pretty crazy. Like a Broadway musical dropped one of the dopest mixtapes in hip hop this year.
Look that joint up. I ain't even heard it.
Yo, I'm telling you, people make
put on to
lists.
so many
People make
joints
lists
right
of
now.
our show. Man, listen, please. All right. December 99th, Yasin Bey and Ferrari Shepherd. The track is called Special Dedication. Before that, we had Divine Karama and JK47. Shout out to our Kentucky homies. That was 'Twas the Night Before. Before that, homegrown Ozone Orlando hip hop. That was homie Midas the Beast featuring Miss Melodic with a track called Winter. Before that, and we start off with our special in-studio guest, Substantial, and Marcus D. Bob Alloy featuring Precious Joubert, The Subway. All right, word up. All right, I got to play some top of the hour stuff or the station's going to kill me.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I'll be right back. Let's keep talking amongst yourselves. All right, hold on. The mics are still lowering, so if you want to just say stuff to people, shout out some folks, whatever.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my family. You know what I'm saying? Got to start off by shouting them out. You know, this is we keep with tradition and make sure we come down here every 2 years to see my folks. So, you know, Lisa, Daryl, if y'all listening, man, love y'all. Thank y'all. Moms, my nieces, plural, little ones. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. Shout out to the whole DMV, any DMV folks that's tuning in. Shout out to my Facebook Live folks, man, tuning in, throwing questions and stuff at us as well. I appreciate y'all for sticking with us. You know what I mean? And anybody, man, who's just tuning in right now, appreciate y'all.
Shout out to Canada. Shout out to homie Chase March.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Chris from NJ to AK, who's in Alaska right now, tuned in. He said, substantial with them bars, BARZ.
Hey, appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna play some top of the hour stuff for the people listening on WPRK, Winter Park, Florida, 91.5 FM. And then the people online, just keep listening. We got some stuff behind the scenes. All right, it's our show. KnowBetterHipHop.com. Don't forget to vote. We have our choose our own adventure. You remember those joints, those books? Since you're with kids, do they still have those books where you read up to a certain part and it's like, do you want Timmy to go down column A, or go down the cave? Turn to this page.
See, I don't do reading language arts, so I'm not even sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
those like some of my favorite joints back in the day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where you read up to a point, just choose your own adventure, Bruins. You'd read and you'd be like, oh, because you want to continue on in the story and reach the end. And then sometimes you go down a dead end. You're like, oh, you got hit by a rock or something. So I decided to incorporate that into our show.
Okay.
Because it's our show. I want people involved as much as possible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether they're sending us joints or helping us pick what we play.
Uh-huh.
So I give them two sets of artists.
Okay.
There's group 1 and group 2.
Okay.
And on the website, KnowBetterHipHop.com, they can vote for what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So not only can you chat on the website, listen to the show, watch us online, you can actually decide what we were going to play.
That's dope.
It's our show. I live up to that.
Power to the people.
You know what I'm saying? And so group 1 consists of, I got to put this in here. Okay. All right. Group 1 is Enix, Dayama Arosena, and Red Pill, who dropped a dope album also. Shout out to Red Pill. Again, group 1 is Enix, Dayame Arosena, Red Pill. Group 2 consists of Zion I, who dropped a dope album. You know they broke up?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
Zumbi and Amp Live. They're no longer a group, but Zion I, Zumbi, I guess, kept the name. I don't know. I don't get in people's business, but just let people know.
Right.
So Zion I, POS, shouts to Doomtree, Shay J, the homie from, I think he lives in Atlanta now. A Tribe Called Red. You know a Tribe Called Red?
Yeah. Dog.
We've been playing them for a few.
Oh
the
my
beats,
God. The beats
insane.
Are crazy.
Oh my God.
Got them on my workout playlist.
Woo,
You know what I'm saying? We're ready
woo.
to tear stuff down. Son.
You know what I'm saying? And then Northern Voice, which is a frequent collaborator of A Tribe Called Red.
Okay.
So again, group 2 is Zion I, POS, Shay J, A Tribe Called Red, Northern Voice. If your people on Facebook want to, you know what I'm saying, weigh in, they can go to knowbetterhiphop.com and vote, because it's democratic here. It's a true democracy here. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the American Republic and whatever.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Oligarchy. This is true democracy. So yeah, let me know. knowbetterhiphop.com. All right, I got to play some top of the hour stuff and be right back. Our show. Peace.
Yeah.
Yo, this is Kid.
All right, so we're still online, on air. You know what I'm saying? Not just on the WPRK airwaves. All right, so how's it so far? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right?
It's a little loud.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's the damn. Better.
Right. Yeah, there we go.
I'll turn it up afterwards. All right. Yeah. Be sure that everything is.
Sebastian, thank you. Appreciate that.
That's probably why it's not loud. Okay.
This is a guided meditation.
All right. Yes. Word. All right. Cool. Doing all right. Yeah, a couple of viewers. Not too bad. I'm saying for some last minute stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I find that's the thing. Like when people are so used to doing something that when you have something new, they're like, "Wait, what? What
Right.
the hell?" You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So word. All right. So it takes a minute for people to get used to, because I think of all these random things.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can do this.
Right,
and then people are
right.
like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
And I got to kind of calm down sometimes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you see all the mad randomness happening. The homie Beat Unique. Normally I have a co-host.
Okay.
But he is taking holiday time.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm not paying him, so I can't be like, no, you can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
They come and work
you know what I'm saying?
day
For
before
free.
Christmas for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he helps out a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
what's up.
because was he around? No, 2 years. No, he wasn't here when you came through.
Nah,
Right?
it was just us.
Oh, yeah.
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 That was the marathon joint. We was here for a grip. Yeah, it was
You know what
good though,
I'm saying?
man.
Yeah,
It was a great time.
A lot of people dug that one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like we got a good amount of views on it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? So,
absolutely.
considering it's like 2 and some odd hours long.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
for
So
real, for real.
that's why I'm kind of doing like the behind the scenes stuff now where you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying people can check it out afterwards.
Word.
All right, hold on. Almost done with the top of the hour stuff.
Mhm.
Let me see here. All right, cool. And then I got like a holiday mix. Oh, we gotta get through these joints. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I think we're good. Word. You're tuned into our show right here, WPRK, Winter Park, Florida. 91.5 FM, all over the internet at knowbetterhiphop.com. That is knowbetterhiphop.com. All right. So we kind of talked about this stuff before. You know what I'm saying? By the way, remember the vote, which you guys want to hear. What we got coming up next. Knowbetterhiphop.com, Group 1, Group 2. The homie Chris already put in his vote. All right. Let's see here. Now, I have a sort of notes and things here. Okay, so you're kind of talking about the Kickstarter and all these things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
one of the amazing things with technology has, like I said, we were talking about earlier on the Facebook, how it has leveled the playing field
Yeah.
for everybody.
Mhm.
Now that's good and bad because
Right.
it levels the playing field for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even be playing on that field.
Right.
Honestly, I'm just saying.
Right.
Because they don't put it into work to actually, but they're like, it's easy now.
Yeah.
But what's amazing is that the reliance on other people, like corporations, to want to like believe in you or what have you, you know what I'm saying, has been like, you don't need that anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we talked about Chance the Rapper, for
Right.
example.
Right.
You know what I mean? This man, without an album, he's been nominated for the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, without an officially sold to the public, retail available album.
Mhm.
Like he has projects that are free, available for streaming only on like iTunes or what have you.
Mhm.
But I mean, he's been nominated for the Grammys, which is kind of crazy. He's been on Lollapalooza tour. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about stuff like? I mean, the possibilities is kind of crazy. Like, how do you feel about things like that happen? Because you're from the time when kids were pressing a vinyl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And still here rocking.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I think, you know, So when I talk about the like earlier on the show when I said something about being like a lifetime learner, right? I think no matter what field you go into, it's important to be a lifetime learner, right?
Yep. If you want to stick around,
and that right there, what you just said, that's everything. Like if this is something you plan, like like I like rapping, I love rapping. I'm probably gonna always rap, even when it's not so cool for me to be rapping, right? And so, but if I want to kind of be able to continue to share what I do and make sure that people hear me, like I gotta read up on this stuff. I gotta see what's coming down the pipeline that's gonna change this industry forever, and learn to kind of adapt with some of those things without sacrificing too much who I am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the real challenge. Like I guess going to like a really serious direction, right? Like so Jun's passing, with Nujabes passing on, he's someone that was not for the whole digital scene. He was not on board with that at all, and that is why you couldn't find his records like on most digital platforms. That's something that it's kind of creating some turmoil right now, the fact that one of his projects became or some of his music became available. And so when you think about when he passed, right, and the timing and the shift that was happening in the business and how heavily it was relying on that digital, you know what I mean? Like it's just crazy, like, and so when I think of other artists who just kind of are going to stick with a certain way of doing things, and I don't fault them by any for their choice. I think
but you can't be mad though when it passes you by,
and that's it. And that's my whole thing. Like you've made a conscious decision to not right. You've made
almost place that all together to be a dope drop later.
So like you made this decision to not go that route. So when people lap you and they go and do all of these other things with these new things that came about that you decided to not be a part of, you cannot be surprised. You shouldn't be upset. That was your decision.
Exactly.
Because as I told my brother-in-law last night, the only thing that doesn't change is change. Like change is constant. It's the only constant. And so I think all artists, I mean, I look at one point in time in my career, right before I dropped Sacrifice, at one point in time, I'm talking to like people who were like old school legends in hip hop about the changes in the business, just giving them advice like on how they're going to kind of make their way back into the business. Nobody who I'm gonna call out on here because I ain't trying to put their business in the street, but let's just say I've had that conversation way more times than folks
and you can see it
realize,
you know what I'm saying, to where like we were just talking about how a Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, they embraced the newness, you know what I mean, where and they reached #1, right? It's kind of amazing.
Absolutely.
To put on the stuff that they want.
If we're trying to give the masses like an alternative and show them what their options are, then you have to meet them where they are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You can't be like, hey guys, look over here.
We
know you're over there.
Right.
But look over this way.
Right.
That's not going to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, music is not even a thing anymore, really. It's just something that comes on. You know what I'm saying? You type it into a search engine or Spotify and it just comes on. Like it's not anything you search anymore, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
right.
All right. But yeah, I want to talk about some more stuff, about more of the methods that people have been using to kind of buck the trend of previous time. So we're talking about that off air. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to check that out, knowbetterhiphop.com. But right now I'm about to go and do the results of the votes. All right. So this is what you guys have wanted to play. All right. On here. And it's kind of dope because I have it. There's two buttons, group 1, group 2, and it has the artists on there.
Okay.
Now I press this one button, it turns into a pie chart with the votes. A whole lot of coding to make that happen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So word. All right. I just want to make people know that it's a lot of damn work.
Right.
And here we go. This is so since it's a pie chart, the homie Beat, he's like, make the pie. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I press that button, he's like, make the pie. I'm like, all right. Okay, I'm gonna press the button. All right, cool. Here we go. Bam. Oh, damn. Okay, group 2 by quite a bit, like 75%. All right, nice. You guys voted, and you shall have it. Let me see.
Tribe Called Red, right?
Yep.
They were in group 2.
Yep. Joint's crazy.
The song they got with Yasin is crazy.
Yeah, but we played that original before that.
Yeah, just the instrumental version, right? Yeah.
But then he and the other dude,
I forget his name, but
yeah.
he kills it though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
dope.
homeboy blacks out on that joint.
Give it the N, like Nasir, something. But
Something,
yeah, he's dope.
yeah, he's really dope.
He goes by, what do you call it when you're like vain? There's something with an N. I will look it up. Whatever. It's on our show. All right. Let me see what we got here. So now I have to find it in my playlist. So that's the thing now.
The struggle,
right? But you imagine I had to look through like records. That's what I'm saying. Like this is nothing.
Yeah.
If I had to go through records, all right, here we go. All right, good. I got on there. But first, before we do that, you know what I'm saying, we have our special guest. So I wanted to put another joint from you off the new album. Talk about the new album, when it's coming out, all that good.
Yeah, the album drops digitally January 6th. Drops on compact disc, CDs on January 13th.
Nice. And the 6th is
and vinyls.
The 6th is a special time for you, like the day before or something,
6th is
right?
the day before my birthday.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. See, I pay attention to things.
All right, man. I appreciate that.
Thank
Thank you, brother. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Capricorn season. You know what I'm saying?
Scorpio.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Hey, my
whatever.
sister's a Scorpio, so
Nice.
y'all cool. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
got 2 sisters who are Scorpios,
See?
and my brother's a Scorpio.
See, what
Yeah,
happened to
3.
you?
Yeah, 3 of my 6 siblings are
See?
Scorpios.
We're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let's play this joint, A Break to Build On, featuring Intelligence.
Word.
Give me a random Jeopardy style type fact about that joint there.
Oh man, the pressure. I don't do well with this.
Yeah, pressure build. What pressure makes diamonds, but also bust pipes.
Yeah,
The great Jason.
man, Jeopardy style fact.
Something random.
Something random about the song.
Like I don't know. Did Marcus like do pigeon telegram you the beat? Like I mean, is anything random as far as?
So I believe okay, so I'm trying to word it right.
Yeah, no curse words. Just
right.
to make sure.
I'm just gonna say it.
Okay,
right?
whatever.
So yeah, it's one of these tracks that like probably if we didn't go on tour when we went on tour, that track wouldn't exist. You know, and so I mean I don't know how we put that in you know, Jeopardy style, but that's a fact for you. You know what I mean? A little nugget for you.
All right.
Yeah.
A thing that can only happen on tour.
Ah,
Too
there
much.
you go. You watch a lot of Jeopardy, don't
Too
you?
much Jeopardy.
Yeah, I'm not a Jeopardy guy.
I know
Right.
mad random
I'm a
things.
Family Feud guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the people on Family Feud are just more entertaining.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
because it's more like watching the people than what's actually happening.
Yeah, the questions or whatever, but it's really like when you get that crazy family,
and then they just want to dance and do all type of just like they catch the Holy Ghost.
Most. A girl brought her flute on there, and then proceeded to play the theme when they introduced her. So what do you do? And she's like, yeah, I do this and I play flute. It just came out of nowhere, and then she did the theme.
She's like, hey, I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna get the most exposure.
Man,
Can't hate.
I need somebody to do that on Jeopardy. Sign me up. I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Be like, what is substantial? You pop out of nowhere and start
Yeah.
rhyming. Ah!
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Bars, B.
All right, it's our show, so this is a break to build on. We got some shouts to the homies Zarism and Phil, Heart and Brain. We got some POS. We got some Zion I, some Shay J. Shouts to homie Shay J, and a Tribe Called Red. Cool. We'll be right back. It's our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna talk about some more stuff behind the scenes with Substantial. So,
Yeah.
all right, y'all enjoy. Be right back. Peace. All right, cool. All right, cool. We're still on there.
Yeah.
Awesome. They haven't kicked
Like
me
if
off.
the original collab that was intended for this would have happened, then it would have definitely been on the album.
No word.
Yeah,
Like,
but yeah,
It was one of those people that are like, I kind of slept on him. Or
yeah, man, it's just because I love the track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it tied into the theme and stuff and everything, but things that didn't come out the way I intended. So I was like,
But you know what? People gotta get the project.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all right. So what are Kickstarter? You know what I'm saying? Any other ways that you want to try and fund the project that you maybe looked into?
I mean,
have you ever heard of the 1,000 True Fans?
No.
Oh my God, this thing's awesome. Change your life. Watch this.
Huh.
Everybody tuned in. I'm gonna change his life right now. All right.
I'm waiting.
Check this out.
I'm
All right.
excited.
Kevin Kelly
Mhm.
He's the creator of I think it was Wired magazine.
Baby,
Or something
can
like
you
that.
write this down for me? He said 1,000 true fans.
Yeah, Kevin Kelly.
Kevin Kelly, 1,000 true fans.
And so what the point is that what the hell?
I feel like you're about to tell me something I know, because I think I know where you're going with this.
Well, it's just common, like, but it's the way that you think of it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of put it in a way that's tangible for people.
Okay.
All right. So the whole point is, let's say, in short, if you can find 1,000 people to pay you $100 in a full year.
Yeah. So he's saying what? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's 100 G's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's like $10, less than $10 a month.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying? It breaks it down.
Right. Absolutely. Like, so basically the thing that I've been moving toward or whatever in the last year, like a lot of artists, if you look at most successful artists and stuff, what's one of the main things they do to get money?
They ask the fans.
I mean, there's that, but I'm talking about like in terms of like how they sustain their living or whatever off of music.
Oh, like you mean like touring or?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not so much the making of the music, but the touring from the
that keeps them. That keeps people involved. You know what I'm
right.
Keeps you
and so basically, what I've been doing is kind of carving out different lanes or whatever for me to be able to make that type of living of someone who's on tour without being on tour. Because I'm not saying all artists don't like their home situation, but I kind of really like mine. You know what I'm saying? And so if I don't have to be out all the time and can make the same money, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Because the other thing is too, like I'm at a point in my life now where I'm past this point of jumping through a million hoops to do a crappy show. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do my part to make sure the show is the best possible show I can give the fans. Yeah. But I was just talking about a bad experience I had on the road earlier was it last year? Last year.
Talk about it.
So it was like, all right, so we speak to the promoter when we're leaving one city and we're on the way to his city, and you can tell by their tone that they don't seem excited about the event. So right there, this is a great opportunity for you to just say, "Hey, bro, don't come." Right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Don't come waste your time.
Skip us.
Yeah. So we were doing was saying, "Hey, we need, the equipment that we mentioned before. We're just trying to make sure you're going to have."
You're good with headphones, my bad. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm good. If anything, I just put on a little bit.
Okay.
And so I was like, if we just wanted to make sure you had X, Y, and Z, blah blah blah. He's like, yeah. So I'm thinking I ain't gonna bring Y and Z. I still bring X though, but I'm not gonna bring Y.
Not the drug, but we're talking about.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, that's gonna be a problem. And then I'm talking to Marcus.
I need Y and Z.
Yeah,
that's kind of important. That's why they're there.
I'm saying? It's the trio, the Trinity. We need that. Go team, go. And so long story short, when we show up, it's a little thin in there, but it's about like an hour and a half before things start. So that's to be expected, right? But as it gets closer to the time, I'm realizing that, hey, no one, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? And bro, we just drove several hours. Damn. So we need some people to come through. Yeah. But one of the things that there were several things that this person knew ahead of time that were going to pretty much affect the turnout of the show that were just never stated, and they just took the show anyway.
Now, was this person a promoter before, or some dude?
This is not their first rodeo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so jump through all these hoops, man. We go to do the show, and there's next to no one who comes through. We end up performing for 3 people.
Damn.
And then after that's done, it was a door split. So needless to say.
Oh, damn. The door split.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. And then a terrible storm happens where there's like a mudslide or something, some rock slide that happens on the highway. We get redirected and have to drive local. So a 4-hour drive turns into an 8-hour drive in the middle of the night. And we have to speak at an elementary school the next day.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I say all that to say, I'm kind of past that point of, look, man, like I want to come to the people wherever they are, right?
Yeah.
And
so uncertainty. You want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be uncertain.
Yeah,
joints,
and you know, especially in a situation where I'm leaving my family, bro.
And a job. Like you have to take
Right.
off time. You know what I'm
You see
saying?
what
So
I'm-
yeah.
Like to ultimately make less money than I would if I just stayed home and stayed at work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So, you know, and I get it, man. Like, you know, folks are booking people based on what you know, in terms the turnout they can get, you know, all of these different things. So I understand why I'm not necessarily the most sought after brother. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like if I'm gonna come out and you ask me to come out, I need you to do your part, bro.
Yeah.
I got here, so you know what I mean. And so,
I mean, yeah, you did your part. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a promoter, because I used to do shows back in the day. And I mean, you have to know your audience. Because people ask me, like, hey, I want to come do the show. I'm like, no, because it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be mad. I'm going to be mad. And everybody's going to be mad.
Right. Like, it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we're not interested. We're good.
Exactly. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm like, all right, well, let's work on building, you know what I'm saying, the buzz up. You know what I'm saying, to where it makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, you know, do a poll about
that. Absolutely.
Because, I mean, a lot of times you can work with local schools. So, like, I love when we were doing stuff, we'd always hit up, like, universities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, again, they got money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got budgets for these things.
Right.
So all you got to do is find some because the thing is, you really got to get those diehard fans.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely. Absolutely.
To the where the point is, they're like, I want to bring this person out here. And you have to make it easy for them. I hate these tracks that just die in the middle.
Right.
There you go. But then that's the thing. Like, I don't think a lot of people, as far as artists, really try to, like, galvanize their fan base and make them a part of the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, Anacon, you know what I'm saying? They actually had, like, a booklet on how to get them in your city.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's like the Anacon Bible or some craziness. They're basically a cult anyway. But they, I mean, they made it simple. Like, hey, follow this, this, and this. This is who you need to talk to. This is blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends.
Right.
Show that there's interest. You know what I'm saying? And then make it less work for the promoter.
Right.
A lot of promoters are, like, not like lazy. But the more you can do for them, the better they're with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that would be my whole, especially with technology now, it's easier to get your people into it, I think.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and that comes in with 1,000 True Fans. Like, I think you're a big fan of Bandcamp, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bandcamp's the greatest thing ever.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? As far as independent artists, it's amazing. Like, it amazes me when people are like, I need to be on iTunes. I need to be on all this other stuff. iTunes don't give you no emails.
Right.
They don't tell you how many joints have been downloaded or whatever.
They don't give you zip codes either.
You know, exactly.
So you know where your fans are.
Exactly.
You know?
And so I tell people, like, go as far as digital, I would do Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was doing it before, but I told the homie Kevin about Kunaki.com. You know what I'm saying? And you know about Kunaki?
Nah.
Greatest thing ever.
I'm gonna need you to text me that, brother.
Basically, it's what the hell am I doing? I'm mad, like, not paying attention. But Kunaki.com, it's you as people order CDs, they make them. So you don't have to get a gang of CDs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they do all the manufacturing, shipping. It looks good. You know what I'm saying?
So they're doing duplicated, not replicated.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you don't need like 1,000 joints.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And it looks good. It's full color printing on the actual CD. It's full color, like double-sided insert. But it's like the old school jewel case. You know what I'm saying? With the black spine or whatever.
Gotcha.
And it has a color back.
Right.
And they are really good about keeping the prices down.
It's
almost like the stock market. They just want to keep a constant flow of loot coming in. So when the demand is high, the price actually goes up per CD because they want to bring it down. And then when it's low, they'll lower it to keep it going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so if it's something you're just kind of putting out there, and they'll do the filming and everything. Like you can set it up to where people can order through Kunaki.
Yeah.
They'll do all this stuff, ship it out, and then send you a check like at the end of the month.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope. So that's what I tell people if they're not really as far as what they want to know what they want to do.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, cool. This one.
I'm gonna go ahead and say peace to you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging in this long and stuff. Of course, this video will be saved so you can watch it whenever you want. Come back to it. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate everybody. For those of you who celebrate, Merry Christmas. To my folks who celebrate Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa to you guys, and all that good stuff. Want to say anything to the people, brother?
Thank you guys for tuning in. I hate Facebook, but not the people on Facebook. So shout out to you guys. NoBetterHipHop.com. If you so choose, want to check out the show.
Please,
it's cool.
Please
do.
All right. Take care. Y'all be safe out here. And remember, Monday, I will be at Austin's Coffee. Austin's Coffee. That's
in Winter Park. It's right down the street from Rollins College where we are.
What he said. All right. And I'll be sure to put a link to that in the comment section for you guys to go ahead and check that out. So Monday I will be there doing a little something.
I might swing through too. You know
do that, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Everybody be safe.
Y'all be easy. Peace.
Yeah, peace. Stop looking over there, being awkward. 324 people watched your video. Peak was 14 viewers at once. 18 likes, 25 comments, 4 shares.
Nice.
Sure, I will save that to the camera roll so I can upload to YouTube later.
Yeah, and see Facebook, I don't know. I mean, it's cool they're doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't trust Facebook. Like, Facebook is awesome because their ads are amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, their campaigns they let you run are really good.
But I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Because I did campaigns to build the Facebook page.
Right.
And a lot of people took their time to subscribe to the page.
Right.
But then Facebook was like, oh, you want to reach these people too? Oh, you got to pay us more money.
Yeah, you can change the algorithm.
Like, F out my face with that. You know what I'm saying? That's F in Facebook. F out my face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't play with that.
Nah,
so, and then the way they do views is weird. You know what I'm saying? They're like, it kind of a view.
Right.
As long as they scroll by it, they may not actually see it.
Yeah, so you reached 100,000 people.
Yeah.
But only like 1,000 people viewed it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then like 18 liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And all it basically saying that this many people showed up in their timeline, right? And this many people actually, like when it came up on their timeline, stopped and looked at it.
Yeah.
And then after that,
because they'll give you like how far somebody watched too, I think, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And so yeah, but the live joints have been doing fairly well for me. So
yeah, it's all. My whole thing is consistent quality content quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the big part is consistency.
Yeah, that's all
I'm saying. People will forgive other stuff. As long as you're consistently there and putting in effort,
right?
People are down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
yeah, so I've been doing Sundays at 7 p.m. is where I do my little weekly update show.
Now, why'd you choose that time? Was there like or that's the one that was convenient for you?
That Sundays I'm usually in the crib chilling. Nice. And like by that time, it's getting close to the time my daughter's getting ready for bed or whatever. So, like wind down, and then that's usually when our shows come on that night. So I know I'm usually situated on a Sunday. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is the Tribe joint. It's the way and that's the thing I liked about Nujabez. He would take sounds of it from his culture and incorporate it into his beats. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing that these guys do. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, they're dope, man. They're really dope.
Okay, hold on. I guess like 3 dudes from Canada. I'm just getting the thing here. Instagram video. See, I like Instagram because it sticks around. You know what I'm saying? So this way, I'm getting.
Do they let you save it though?
Yep.
Okay.
Hell yeah. And so I use this. Well, I don't save the videos really. I like they're on my feed or whatever, but it's also in my my phone.
Yeah, in your camera roll.
Yeah, and I can use it later for stuff.
Right.
But since they started with the stories, like tomorrow I'll be like, hey, you missed the show. These are the joints we played or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the stories, they're a whole nother thing on there that they top. So they may have missed it or whatever. Yeah, stories are awesome.
Yeah.
But that live story now where it just disappears afterwards, I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
I put in work. I need you to stick around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And so like now everyone's doing the live thing. I was doing Periscope when it first started.
Fast, yeah, right.
And then
See, that thing disappeared after 24 hours. We'll come back and talk about it.
yeah.
Turn it down. Hey, we're back. It's our show. I'm mad loud. Hold on. Yeah. All right, word. All right, it's our show right here. WPRK, Winter Park, Florida, 91.5 FM, all over the internet at knowbetterhiphop.com. Knowbetterhiphop.com. All right, right now what you're listening to is Indian City featuring Northern Voice by a tribe called Red. Before, I'm getting all type of, okay, I'm getting mad text messages. All right. Before that, we had the homie Shay J with his Ghetto Geppetto. Before that, we had Zion I with Wake Up, and in parentheses, Ow. Before that, POS representing Doomtree with Lanes, homegrown Ozone Orlando hip hop. Shouts to the Heart and Brain, the homie Zarism and Vice Major with their track called Rockstar, R.I.P. Jimmy. Then we started off that set with our special in-studio guest, Substantial.
Yeah.
Produced by Marcus D. Together they're known as Bop Alloy. Now it's featuring Intelligence. A break to build on. All right. She gonna beat me up? She gonna kind of can she fight?
I mean, she's nice with the nunchucks in real life. Life.
I'm sorry. They're just gonna say that right now. My bad.
No DMV trips no time soon. Right. Just watch out for a shadow with nunchucks and long hair. Right. You know what I'm saying? Might be probably.
Nice. All right. So what were we talking about? We're talking about
we were talking about Periscope,
yes.
Facebook Live, all of those things. Yeah.
And we're talking about like ways to reach people. So now
absolutely.
My problem with some of the, and again, it's with the music where the video, like I put in work and I wanted to stick around for people who weren't there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for something just to disappear after like 24 hours or as soon as you stop, it's almost like what people are doing with music.
Right.
It's just ethereal. Like it's not. It's just something there just for the moment, and it's gone.
People are living in the moment and stuff.
I mean,
with no real. I guess, I feel like I'm about to go too deep, but I think people will have a fear, have a real fear of the future. You know what I mean? And like in this day and age, like kids. So as a youth worker, listen, I'm going to speak on it from that point of view. A child believes that I'm going to record this particular thing, right? Whoever I want to see it is going to see it. And if I change my mind, I can then delete it and it's gone.
Yeah.
And so, but then someone like me comes in and I've ruined the child's whole, their whole perception of how that process works. Because, I used to work for About.com when they were a thing.
Oh,
right?
Word?
Yeah, a long time ago, right? And so I used to investigate fraudulent accounts.
Right? You about that life,
man. So and so like we've tracked certain activity, and then after we figured out like it was being hacked or something like that, we go through a certain process, we get some IP addresses, et cetera, and then I'm familiar with phone companies and their process as well. When you upload this information, these photos, even though you delete it off your phone, it's still very much saved onto the server of that company for a certain period of time. And so, so I find myself having this conversation with children at this point in time in my life, maybe at least once a month, right? At least once a month, sometimes 3 to 4 times in a month, trying to explain this to people. So, but you have young people, well, let's just say people younger than us, because, people like to make it seem like we're old, but we're really not that old in the grand scheme of things. But people younger than us kind of have this idea that, once I delete it, it's gone. Nah, B. Like the second you decided to post anything online, just because you deleted it from your Instagram account, or just because, you put it on Snapchat or whatever, and it's supposed to be gone within 24 hours. I mean, everyone knows about screen capturing and all of these different things and various tools or apps that allow you to capture whatever thing that people wanted to put up for the moment. So the reality of it is, if someone else chooses to take your moment that you want it to be temporary and they decide they want it to last forever, it's going to be out there forever.
You know what I mean?
Right. And so if you don't want it out there forever, don't share it.
Exactly.
Right, because once you put it out there, you don't have any control over that.
Because
anymore.
I mean, there's a gentleman named Snowden who was talking about
right,
the things the government were doing. Like
Right.
they know everything about you.
right,
You know what I mean? So it's
right.
just don't even do it. Don't even record it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
even if it's on your phone,
Right. Right.
it doesn't mean
I never thought that. What? No, you just weren't thinking. Period.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to act like that. Come on, man. Like you just for real. I feel like when you're putting certain things, I mean, you know, it's people are so desperate for attention.
Mm-hmm.
People are so desperate for attention. So, you know, like
they want those likes and thumbs up.
When I first put my Facebook live post up, like it was you know, it was very successful. But then there were certain people who weren't really fans of mine because it was promoted by Ford at the time when I was doing the thing with them.
Oh, we're talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it reached more people than I would typically reach.
Yeah.
And so for the people who weren't as familiar, who wasn't really feeling your boy, you know what I'm saying? When they wasn't feeling me like that, it's a couple folks was like, yo, cuz dries, you know, some colorful language. We ain't gonna throw it out there. But yo, he dry, he born, he this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, look, man, I ain't up in here taking my shirt off about him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, ain't about to be random penis shots or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing crazy. So, you know, I'm here talking about the thing that most of y'all who chimed in to watch this joint, or I mean who turned it on.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they chose to tune in. It's
exactly
that's the amazing thing.
And so yeah, man. And that's part of the reason why I pulled away from Periscope too, because at one point people were kind of coming in there just like saying
Random.
That's
the thing with Twitter.
Yeah.
Anybody. I have like 5 accounts myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know.
Yeah. But like, you know, so I mean, the only reason why I use the one on Facebook so much is just because I have like of all my social media accounts, with the exception of Twitter, I have like it's like over 20,000 people on that particular page. And so I know when I do it, like, you know, a decent amount of folks are going to chime in. Now I could do it at a different time and probably get way more love. Yeah. But I gotta be realistic. What's the day I can be most consistent on?
Exactly. Like, so like we said, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing, deciding if I'm going to do something is consistent quality, consistent quality. What the hell was it? I just said it to you.
Yeah, you did just say it to me. I know those were 2 of the words. I can't remember.
CQ, consistent quality content quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it has to be able to, for me to take it on.
Right.
You got to be able to consistency. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be quality.
Right.
Because I just want to do, because that's the thing with Facebook. When you let anybody have it, anybody's going to use it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll just watch a Facebook thing because they have like a map and I'm interested in seeing what different areas are doing.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, let me go check out this area.
Right.
And just a person looking at their phone, looking at themselves.
Right.
I'm like, well, you been doing a magic trick? What is going on?
Yo, it's a lot of celebrities that do that too, man. Like I'll just kind of every now and then just glance over some pages just to, you know, just to see, get ideas, maybe
sure the other half is doing.
Yeah. And like, yo, you ever see Will Smith's son Jaden, like his joint?
No, I don't.
Hey, yo, yeah, man. It'll be random picture and he just and that joint just has like thousands of likes. I'm like, yo, it's just
yo, honestly, I love technology, but the front-facing camera is the downfall of mankind.
Yeah, oh my God.
People, it turned from what you're experiencing and sharing that, just looking at yourself.
Yeah.
I don't
It took me a while to stop looking here and look here, because it's like I'm talking to y'all, right?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at me.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying? Like
I think
so album, right?
And have you ever seen children like when they see themselves in the mirror, they just crack up? Like it's amazing because like it's like a weird thing. You just looking at yourself over, like you know what I'm saying, like a weird vertical thing,
right?
And so I guess we don't grow out of that, apparently.
Man, because it's wild. It's wild.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's the only reason why I don't do live video unless there's a reason. Because you see me running around the studio, that's not enticing to anybody,
right?
You know, somebody wants to see that,
right? And
I can't like play music on YouTube because they'll shut you down,
right?
So I'm like, no, I'm cool. Unless I have somebody at the station, I'm not going to use it,
right?
You know what I mean? So I'm not too consistent. But what's dope is it records it.
Yeah.
Good to go. You're done. It's on YouTube. I
Absolutely.
don't have to do nothing else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I do that.
That's dope.
All right. Cool. All right. So we're about to be out of here soon.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna go over a little bit because I want to play more joints, but you know what I'm saying? You can
we're going
about
get to dinner.
Yeah, word. All right. So now, all right, real quick. So end off 2017.
Yes.
You got what are your plans?
Oh man, lots of
Besides the album dropping the first week of
yeah,
2017?
so albums dropping first week, physical album the following week. After that, the first music video. Have a music video for the song The Subway.
Which you played on the show.
And it's my first time co-directing a video.
Nice.
I've written the treatment for most of the videos that I put out.
Nice.
But this is the first time where like I'm actually kind of taking that credit and saying, you know, I co-directed it. And so won't be the last time. I actually
you got the bug.
Yeah. I mean, I co-directed a video for Wordsworth. Shout out to him. Him and J Soul. And also
didn't that come out on If Not too, I think?
It did. And that was one of the things I helped put together as A&R for the label.
Nice.
Along with Greenspan, bringing Greenspan in, Intelligence, and a couple other people as well.
Right.
And so video for that. We got a album release party happening in like in my hometown of Prince George's County. Also doing one in Baltimore. The one that's in PG County is a collaboration with a museum, which is the African American Museum of Prince George's County.
Hey, real quick, my bad. You kind of
absolutely.
name dropped the White House. What the hell are you doing in the White House?
So they did like South by Southlawn. Like, you know, Obama liked South by Southwest when he went.
Yeah.
And so decided to do something like that at the White House.
Wow.
And so, you know, you had to kind of apply to get in, you know what I mean? And we know a few people. And so, my wife and I went, and it was a really dope experience, man. They had they had great music there. It was like, I think Sharon Jones was supposed to perform there, but didn't perform there because she was already sick. But we got to hear the band and stuff.
Okay. Dot Kings.
Dot Kings. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah, my wife and I were devastated.
I seen her at the social one time.
I'm jealous.
Dope,
I'm jealous. Yeah. We definitely wish we had a chance to see her live. But yeah, it was there. You know, networking with other great minds from around the country, man. Like you know, shout out to the sisters who have that podcast called You Had Me at Black. We got to build with them. So the title alone, I was like, man, y'all are the MVP of the people we met today, because you're winning with that you know, nice. With that name. And so anyway, so we were there for that, rubbing elbows with folks. It was dope to see a lot of folks we already knew who were able to get in as well, too. Just kind of running into people we knew were doing great things.
Yeah, that's good when you know you're running in the right circles, when like, you know, just coming to something dope and you're both there. Yeah.
And it makes you feel like even when things are slow for you, that, you know, your moments are like your victories, your wins, all of those things are coming. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to say you haven't had any already, but like, you know, you have those moments when things get slow. Like, am I on the right path? Like, you know, things can be a little better. And but you have those moments where you start seeing folks and you see what's happening for all your people, and depending on what your character is and what type of person you are, when I see that happen in my circle, I know something great's coming for me too. You know what I mean? Where other people tend to, you know, you see some people who get jealous when they see those things happen, but for me, it's just a sign that, you know, like I'm in the right place, man.
Because I mean, if it's like-minded, it's happening for them, you know, it could happen for you also.
Yeah. So we got all that lined up. February, you know, is when we're dropping the video for Black of All Trades. And I'm gonna be doing this online campaign, which is similar to the one I did a few months after I was here last time. Like last time I did basically little known Black history people throughout the month of February via IG and Facebook.
Oh, dope.
Which was wildly it was wildly successful. Like on Facebook, some of those pictures ended up getting a million views or whatever. Nice. Afro Punk picked up one of the pictures, and so I'm doing a similar campaign for Black of All Trades, like various Blacks who were known for being great at multiple things, like someone like a Gordon Parks, who was a amazing photographer, director, absolutely, composer. You know what I mean? Like everything. And so So, you know, and that basically the purpose of that isn't just to promote my song, but to combat this whole idea that black people are inherently lazy, or black men in particular, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to kind of highlight these people who aren't just masters of one thing, masters of many.
And my thing is, when people say stuff like that, I'm like, look at the pyramids in Egypt.
Right.
And look at the Roman Colosseum.
Right.
Which one looks better?
Right.
Just saying.
Just
saying.
Man, don't get me started. Right. Well, you know what I'm saying? We'll be here. It's like 11 o'clock. We're like, and another thing, you know? But yeah, man. So we're doing a promo for that. Around then, I should be doing I'm supposed to do an install with Barnes and Noble during Black History Month, where we talk a little bit about the history of hip hop and some of the things that have kind of been lost over time that people don't even associate with hip hop anymore. And so just a lot of things, man. Tour supposed to hit Europe again.
Performing at a wedding over there or something?
No weddings yet. But yeah, we're working on a wedding that we may be performing at or whatever as well. But the European tour is going to happen. The Europe tour is going to happen in late March into April.
All right.
And then of course I'll be heading back out west. And you know, I'm not sure if it's going to be an East Coast tour or if it's going to be spot dates. But we're definitely working on something for both coasts here. You know, possibly down south, other places. I mean, wherever you guys want me is where I'm gonna go. But
how can people tell you where they want you to go?
Yeah, I mean, just hit me online. You know, any of my fans who reached out will tell you I'm very responsive. So just hit me up online. Let me know where you want me to come. It would be of great help though for those of you reaching out, for you guys to kind of do some investigating in your hometowns, man. Like, not so much just kind of hitting up clubs saying, hey, bro, I want Substantial to perform here. Just like, yo, look at who you know. If you have people who are if you're in college and you know of organizations that put on hip hop shows, that's a great place to start. You know what I mean? Because the biggest challenge with booking any show is making sure there's a budget for it. And then also like people who are part of different organizations. Like, you know, I do a lot of work and collaborative work with organizations on various topics and issues of the day that they need support in. And so if it aligns with different things that I believe in, and I feel issues that need my support, I will definitely lend a hand to it. You know, for example, when we were in Chicago last, there was an organization that was doing writing workshops in the prisons. And so we did a show that was a fundraiser for that organization. And then the following day, we went into the detention center out in Cook County and did a writing workshop, which also turned into an art workshop because some of the brothers there was like, yo, I'd rather draw than write. And I was like, well, hey, I'm a visual artist too, so that works out. And so yeah, man. So hey, look, man, whoever will have us
but now specifically, because you said like online. Online's a large place.
Yeah,
specifically,
absolutely.
where can people
my website is iamsubstantial.com. So you can go there, go to the contact page and just shoot me an email. And that's always the best bet. You know, but you can catch me on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/substantial music, Twitter at iamsubstantial, and Instagram at substantial music. So yeah,
right, word up. All right, cool. Shout out to the homie Cody. He just chimed into the chat. Shout out to the homie Chase Cody. March. He's
Chase.
The one who submitted that joint that you rhymed over a little earlier.
Word,
MTBRD joint.
Oh, it was dope. Super dope.
And
Thank
Chris
you,
from NJ to AK. All right, now.
Peace, Chris.
Now, because I'm about to be off air, WPRK, Winter Park, Florida, 91.5 FM, all that goodness.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it going because I got a mix from the homie DJ BMF. That's a like a non-denominational festivities winter time. So there's like some Christmas joints, some Hanukkah joints, some Kwanzaa joints in there. There's only like 20 minutes of it. We have a full hour joint up on the website that people can check out. But this is a good 20 minutes of stuff. So I'm gonna get into that. But I wanted to play the last joint I have from you. Okay. Party with Purpose. Featuring, and you've built with her for like a while. Steph, the Sapphic songstress.
Yes.
So kind of give me some random, this is gonna be on the album.
Okay. Right? Yes, it is. Yes, it
Dropping January 6th.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Again, tell the title.
Yeah, so the album is The Past is Always Present in the Future. This song is track 7 off of the album. Song's called Party with Purpose. Here's a fun fact for you. So I got the idea to do the track while watching the documentary What Happened, Miss Nina Simone. And it was the part where I believe it was Malcolm X's daughter was talking about living in the community where, like, I think it was in Mount Vernon, New York, where they were talking about how, like, Nina Simone, Malcolm X, and several other like very important people of the time, people of color of the time, who were all living in that same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And she was like, sure, when you hear these names, sure, there was plenty of discussion, but it was also lots of music, lots of good times and stuff like that. So we party, but we party with purpose. And when she said that, John, what you did is I was like, Rose party with purpose, like that. Okay. And man, and then I went and wrote that song. But I made sure that when I wrote it, it was important for me to, like, I think sometimes elders just, like, you know, like when we speak to when we speak to young people, it's always like, man, yeah, y'all gotta stop doing
and that's what you can't do.
Yeah. And so me, I'm very, like, I tell kids all the time, and it's awkward sometimes because I'm like, hey man, look, I understand. I used to be wild. Used to do a lot of, and I run down, like, not all the details, but I give a little.
You want to get incriminated.
Yeah. So, but like, these are some of the things that I did, and instantly they look at you like, wow, like wow,
Damn,
I didn't know this, right? And I was like, right now look at where I'm at now.
Yeah,
you like, so understand that I get why you're here right now, why you are in this particular place, but just understand you're not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so so that's kind of what the song touches on.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into that, and after that, a snippet of the homie DJ BMF's. We call it our one unified resounding hour celebration.
Dope.
All right.
Dope.
Thank you guys. It's been our show. And then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do the random Outcast track of the week, which is not so random because you know what it's gonna be. All right, it's our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. WPRK, Winter Park, Florida, 91.5 FM, and NoBetterHipHop.com. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm tired. I think she's in there. Hopefully she's
I
in
saw
there.
Someone
Hopefully
like walk by a second ago.
That's whatever. All
Hey,
right,
man.
cool.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
man.
you already know. Come on,
Yeah.
appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming
Hopefully you make it out on Monday. Man.
Yeah,
It'd be cool
we should be
to
out there.
chop it up outside the station.
through. All right. So what size shirt you wear?
I wear large.
Large. All right.
Yeah.
You? Medium. And a little one?
Little, small.
Small.
Yeah. She's still little. She's still little.
This is a large. This is the same shirt I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, good looking, man.
Small. Green box, but a blue box.
Nice.
And then medium.
Appreciate it, man.
That one. I think I do.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, no problem.
Bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I sent you the digital version
Yes.
of the album.
We're singing again.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be safe.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Bathroom?
Oh,
Up the hill.
yeah.
Okay.
You have to go through the door.
Okay.
And then you'll see steps to step up.
Did you leave? I didn't see you leave.
Yeah, I saw it.
I remember from last time, I was like, wait a minute. I know there's
Okay.
a bathroom over here.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
So how long have you been doing this radio show? You said 8 years?
Yeah, like past 8 years. We started in March. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't like it, there's no way in hell I would do it. And so, and this is cool because I mean, all type of people have never met before dig the show, and it's kind of amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, there's people who listen with their kids, which is kind of amazing. Like people send me pictures of their like little babies dancing to the music. it's kind of amazing. I'm like, wow, okay.
No, refresh my memory. You're from here originally? You from Florida?
Oh yeah, born and raised South Florida.
Okay.
And then I came up here for school. Then I went to FAMU FSU for a little like grad, but I came back to Orlando. Couldn't leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, and yeah.
And so your family, they're from Florida?
Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm first generation American.
Got you. Same here.
And yeah, I mean, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't live in Jamaica because that's kind of crazy. But you know, it's good to I have a bag if you want.
No, it's okay because I have it in my purse. We're just gonna go to the car.
Cool. And so yeah, but thank you. You know what I'm saying, again, for coming through.
Yeah,
I'm saying appreciate
definitely.
it. Kissimmee, it's like what, a good hour?
45 minutes away.
Okay.
I mean, traffic was actually surprisingly wasn't too bad.
Oh really? Because you don't take I-4. I-4. Really? Wasn't that bad? No, that's a
I know.
parking lot.
The last time we came, we took I-4 and it was backed up. But I think because it was earlier, we left earlier.
Okay.
So I don't know. Going back might be a different story. Because people are definitely out and doing their shopping.
Yeah, I hate.
Ready to rock.
Oh, I should probably stop this. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. NoBetterHipHop.com. Y'all be easy. Peace. Totally forgot.